Well, hey everybody. This looks a little bit different, huh? Yeah, I'm coming to you from my parents' basement because I moved out of my house, as you all saw in recent videos. And the unfortunate thing is, well, first of all, we were supposed to close on our house last month. And then it got moved to February. And then we had a closing date of March 3rd. Now that is March 19th, so I will be here for an entire month. The worst part about that is I did not bring enough books to make it that long because I thought I would be in my new house on the 3rd. So next month's TBR, I will be reading off of my Kindle a lot and whatever sci-fi books I brought with me. So there's that. Anyway, what I wanted to do and talk to you about today is kind of a throwback to what I did back in October of last year. I reacted to some 1-star reviews on Goodreads for my favorite books that I had read up to that point in the year. And I want to do that again. It was a lot of fun, and I'm going to grab a couple of books here that I absolutely loved and just read people shitting on them. Join me, won't you? Okay, so we're going to start off with what was my favorite sci-fi book I read last year, Frank Herbert's Dune, which I thought was a masterpiece, and on Goodreads at least got 5 stars from me. I thought it was awesome. Now let's see a bunch of invalids talk shit about it. Okay, so first up, Jay-Z himself. I'm gonna guess this is not the Jay-Z we're all thinking of. If this is the gold standard against which all science fiction must measure and be judged, let's just blow our brains out right away and call it a day. Yikes. Okay, so this review is actually pretty long and there's some spoilers in it. He gave it some thought. I like this line though, which is, man has the mighty penis. Mighty penis does the thrusting action. Women has the sacred hole. Sacred hole is warm and open for mighty penis penetration. Thanks for clearing that up, Frank. Here's another one. Dune is the cure for insomnia. This guy really didn't like it. When I finished reading Dune, I couldn't quite believe that people enjoyed this book seriously. I mean, it's simply a terrible, terrible book. Herbert writes like I don't know. Honestly, I'm still flabbergasted that so many people take it seriously. What do you mean take it seriously? The characters are, at best, one-dimensional, and at worst, offensive. There are so many better science fiction books out there. I beg you not to waste your time slogging through this one. I couldn't even read it as a so bad it's good laugh. The author's writing is so humorless that I'm going to recommend Dune to actors before they step on stage to prevent corpsing. Okay. I made it to approximately 20 pages from the end of the book, and I just couldn't take it anymore. Before Dune, why is Dune in quotes? Dune? Are you saying it's fake? I always finished every book I started, but this was so terrible it made me break my streak. It was just bad. The writing, the plot, the characters, bad. Eloquent. So I was going to do The Dragon Republic by R.F. Kuang. It seems like a lot of people just hate Rin, so they DNF the book. I did like this one, though. Impressive body count, 1 star. Now to a more recent favorite, which is Terry Pratchett in Discworld. That would be Guards, which I read pretty recently and absolutely loved. This one almost made me spit my water out. I absolutely hate DNFing books, but I have to call it quits. This is my 6th try reading it, and the first 5 times I couldn't get past page 4. What? It took you 6 tries to make it past 4 pages of Guards. These books aren't, or these books and pages aren't even long. Like, what? And this time I only made it to 20 pages. I've only ever DNF'd maybe 3 books. Well, you DNF'd Guards 7 times, so. The last one being book 4 of Wheel of Time. Nieves tugs her braid. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of braid tugging. Apparently, this guy completely missed the point. 1 star. Struggling to start this book. Opening chapter reads like he is on drugs. Okay, first of all, I hate that people leave 1-star reviews when they like barely read the book at all. Like I I started reading Ender's Shadow and I gave it up after the first chapter. I don't even think I left a review for it or a 1-star because I barely read the book. The opening chapter of Guards, Captain Vimes is drunk. That's why it reads like he's on drugs. Okay, this character, I guess, doesn't understand what Discworld is because he recommends this 1-star for people who like to contradict everything for no reason. Okay, I cannot stand Pratchett. I think those that like him are people with absolutely no appreciation for internal consistency and contiguousness. So just everyone that likes Discworld, you just don't like consistency in your novels. It's not possible that you just also like the humor of Terry Pratchett and the world that he built and other things that are more consistent. You just don't like consistency. His books make no sense. Okay. He invents new rules in his worlds for absolutely no reason, and he absolutely rambles. I feel like people that don't like Discworld are totally missing the point of Discworld. Oh, then he gets cocky. I could write a Pratchett book in 30 minutes. Just stream of consciousness it out, and don't worry about any kind of rhyme, reason, sense, or purpose. The arrogance is just oozing from this man. Bless to them all. I read 2 to 3 of these books. Complete torture. Did it for a friend. 1-star. I don't like Terry Pratchett. The fact that I have read 8 of his books, I attribute entirely to peer pressure from Tumblr. Okay. Next up, Brian Lee Durfee's The Forgetting Moon, which, by the way, this book was fantastic. Brian Lee Durfee's awesome. He's hilarious. Watch his channel and his reviews. If you're not already, they're always good for a laugh. But this man wrote some truly epic fantasy with this book, and I will get to book 2 soon. I don't have it with me. Anyway, on to the 1-star reviews. It looks like most of the 1-stars don't have a lot to say. So I may be throwing in some 2-star reviews. The book is very long or busy, but the story is not so much moving forward. There are a lot of unnecessary details seeming to document every step of the process. The story is dry, characters not so lovable. I disagree wholeheartedly. It's very much a foundational book that builds an entire world, and I thought the characters were great. I don't know, what do you mean it's very long or busy? What does that even mean? I'm not going to read this whole review because it's long, but I love the way that this is introduced. I can honestly say I've never enjoyed a book I didn't enjoy as much as this one. If that sounds like a contradiction, the whole book was a contradiction. Got him. And I'm not apologizing. Now, I'm sure I'm going to get some juicy ones on this. I did Rage of Dragons last time. I absolutely loved it. I absolutely love the sequel, Fires of Vengeance. Yes, I love it. All right, first 1-star. The Rage of Dragons had its faults, but as a whole, it gave you the classic from slave to richest feelings, like in Ender's Game. Ender's Game sucks. Or Red Rising, or like Anthony Ryan's Bloodsong. And just like Anthony Ryan's Raven Shadow series, this book is a massive amount of crap. The dialogue is straight out of Twilight. What? Have you read Twilight, Dan? The plot is so one-directional and predictable. Okay. Okay. That I could have guessed the final words by chapter 3. You are full of shit, sir. And the amount of stupidity, oh my god. I like the very end of this, there's some spoilers in here, so I'll skip it. Thank God for Rhythm of War coming out to cleanse myself after this bullshit. Alright, so there's a lot of 2-stars again for this. A surprising, there's not that many ratings or reviews specifically. There's only 499 reviews on Goodreads. I would have thought this was like way more popular, the amount of people that talk about this. I like this one though, because some of you that don't like Rage of Dragons will get a kick out of this. Tao fights. Someone likable who is not Tao dies / is permanently maimed. Tao is sad / mad. Repeat for 700 pages. All right, and finally, one of my favorite ongoing series, The Dresden Files. Death Masks, book 5 was my favorite so far. So I'm interested to see how many people just hate it. Sookie Stackhouse for Men. The writing is horrible. You got to book 5, and that's... Hold on. Let's see if this person is one of those folks that like didn't read the first 4. They only have death masks. How is that possible? Did they... So this is what I was talking about. Is this one of those people that read Death Masks and no other Dresden book? What are you doing with yourself? See, shit like this too. This is what bothers me. When people leave a review for a book and they hate one part of it and then they extrapolate that to act like it's what the book is about or that it happens way more often than it does. You know who you people are. This is garbage. Well, poop. I thought I had stumbled onto a fun series for geeks. You did. Wizard/sleuth Harry Dresden is a great character. He is. Half his charm is that he's got old-fashioned chivalry to a fault. Correct. He's a real sucker for damsels in distress. Yes. And treats ladies like ladies, no matter how unpopular it becomes in modern society. So far, so good. Then Harry got a girlfriend somewhere in book 2 or 3. It quickly became clear that they had your standard modern relationship. Although at first the sex was implied, I'm fine with that. Uh-oh. Trigger warning, she's going to get mad that there is some sex in the book. Then in the successive books, I started needing to skip bits and pieces. Why? First it was just a paragraph or 2. Okay. Then it was maybe a page. All right. In Death Masks, it was like half a chapter of graphic, non-plot forwarding porn, basically. Totally unnecessary and deeply disappointing. I could rip those 4 or so pages out without marring the story at all. Okay. Sure, if you take sex scenes out of a book, it doesn't change probably what happens in the book. I likely will so that my husband can safely read it if he goes that far with the series. Holy shit. This woman's reading Dresden Files, and it's too pornographic for her husband to be allowed to read, so she'll rip the pages out so he doesn't know. Thank goodness Breaking Dawn comes out soon. I like this one. I'm done with this looser. What a waste of my time. I'm so sorry for your time. Oh, God. This guy is just crushed. Based on the latest book, Battlegrounds, I am retroactively turning all of my reviews of this series to 1 star. No one should start the series given where it goes. Damn. I want to see if he went through with this and actually just like 1 starred the entire series because Battlegrounds upset him. What a clown, dude. How does a book in a series piss you off that much that you feel the need to retroactively 1 star the entire series up to that point? That's like not liking the ending of Game of Thrones and being like, you know what? Season 1 through 4 were also terrible. All right, so that's going to do it for this one. That was round 2 of my crappy Goodreads reviews for books that I love. The title is a working title. Bear with me. That's going to do it for this one. Hope you all enjoyed. Had to switch my card out because it was full. That was bad planning on my part. But I hope you all enjoyed it. It's always fun to watch people just crap all over books that you love because, at least to me, it's kind of fun. So that's going to do it, everybody. Like, subscribe, as always. Do hit a Patreon if you want to support the channel financially and further my book buying habits. That's always optional, but always greatly appreciated. Definitely jump in Discord or leave a comment down below. Let me know some of your funniest reviews that you've read or seen about books that you absolutely love that other people just trash. I get it constantly for Rage of Dragons and Fires of Vengeance. Not on Goodreads specifically, but I constantly have to fight off the crowd that hates those books. So until next time, everybody, keep reading.